Hi guys, it's Christina with the Geocache Family Farm, and it is Monday, March 13th, and obviously I am in the greenhouse. We're doing work out here, so I thought I would show you what we're up to. We are in the throes of planting. So first bed right there is feverfew, ranunculus, status, mixed poppies, chamomile, maybe a few stock. There's some green in there, but the next set are germinating in the house. A few snapdragons because they came out too early too, and more of those are germinating in the house. And bells of Ireland and tulips by the beehive. Daughter, oldest, made this bed this morning because our Eden Brothers order came in, which is dahlias, glads, and elephant ears. So this is what these beds are going to be like coming all the way down this way. Of course, we got a lot of dirt to move still, but sweet peas are back there, and they seem like they have transplanted okay. They've been out here 2 days, I think, maybe 3. These are the ones that I pinched off of the first set that germinated for me, and then rooted them, and so now they are growing up. So I did plant seeds in between these started ones, and so I think the cat got in here because these guys are kind of loose. So anyway, they are growing up. They seem like they're doing okay. A few of them look kind of mad. This tall one looks mad. I don't know if that's cat damage there or what, but we'll see how they do. That's why I planted seeds too, just in case they didn't transplant well. We're just testing things out. We're trying to see what we can get away with and how early we can get away with it, and if it's better to direct seed or what we want to do yet. So this year is going to be very much a test and try things year, so we'll see how it goes. So anyway, this space in the front here, once we get the swamp clear cleaned and going again, I'm going to plant a strip of marigolds right on the edge, and then I'll have a little walkway between so that I can get to sweet peas if they actually grow. Well, of course, this is bigger now too, so the strawberries are on the back side. I will probably have a row of marigolds going down here as well. I am learning that for Hispanic cultures, marigolds are huge for Day of the Dead, and there was a lot of families looking for them last year, and I only had a couple plants, so I'm going to change that for this year. So anyway, basically we just have this middle section that we have to build our walkways and the beds in, and rake and till and all that fun stuff. And then hopefully maybe even tomorrow we got to go clean out the bunny area because the pigs, sheep, and dogs had access to get into it through the winter time so that they weren't getting snowed on. And of course it was filled with a bunch of frozen poo. And so now it's melted mush, so we need to get in there and clean it up. And then we can start moving these guys out back into their space. We emptied the sage out of that spot. So we planted sage here. We planted comfrey there, which it's already coming back. We planted the elderberry because she is also waking up and ready to go. I may plant something little in here. Last year, these guys got massive, and I had trimmed them back. So this year, I'm going to try and keep them a little bit more contained. We did dig up 3, 4, 5 that were right here, and we moved them in front here. So 1, tiny one, 3, 4, and 5, I think we moved. So that it fills in this section a little bit more with the raspberries. And they have to stay contained into this spot. They're not going to go crazy like they did last year. So I've got 1 rhubarb, 2, and 3. So I need 1 more plant to put here so that that's even. But anyway, they're looking good. This I want to dig out so that I have a bed and a walkway there. And then Rylan and I planted the carnations that I had forgotten in the house. And I need to get some shavings on these guys, actually. So anyway, watering those guys in. So Sweet Williams mixed, black cherry Sweet Williams, Jean, these were the white, Jean, I forget what they're called. Jean something carnation, and then, dang it, because I didn't have tags the other day when I was out here. Enticement are these ones. So, Jean Dios. Oh, you know what? I have the tin right here. Dionys. Jean Dionys. White carnations. So, anyway, that's all dianthus. I'm debating on whether I want to put something else there. So, it would just be one really big, difficult bed to harvest in. It's just what it is. I have to get things in the ground to make space inside the house, and so I don't like the idea of these being this big, but for this year it'll work, and then we'll till everything up again and start over next year. Maybe at that point we'll be able to invest in a bed maker, so that would be kind of nice. So anyway, yeah, we made good progress. Naya and I spent yesterday up potting tomatoes and seed starting. So it was a sit-down day because the day before what did we do? It was a very physical day. I don't remember what we were doing. I'm sure it was making a bed of some sort. But anyway, we've had a good week. Let me show you the front. Jeremy has been working very hard. I need to go through all of this stuff and purge and clean up and whatever. Anyway, he's been putting the flooring. Everybody gets mad at me because I call it flooring, but I mean it is. It's greenhouse flooring. So he is staking it down, and then he's taping the overlaps together. They're staked also, but he's taping them together so that we can sweep at the end of shift, which the kids kind of snickered at me. But then once we're done with that, I can set up shelves and the tables and my little bouquet making section back here. And yeah, we're going to start setting up the store. So the idea is have my bouquet making in this corner, and just a few shelves, and then Mother's Day weekend we have the open house scheduled. And so we have, I want to say it's 4 or 5 other small businesses that are going to come and celebrate with us and share their small businesses, and just be with us as we launch ours. So I'm kind of excited about that. I won't set up everything in this part yet because I want to give them room but I don't know. I may have to. We'll have to see, because I want to start selling seedlings too, and I don't want people walking on the backside, because that is just for the family and I back there harvesting flowers for if florists want it, or I don't know, there may be bouquet makers in town who may want to come and get flowers that are not being hit by rains outside and bugs. I mean, there's still bugs that get in here, but I'm hoping it's not as bad as it was last year. Last year, this place was filled with aphids. And they were here when we moved in. I did not bring them with. But anyway, I get to move these tables in here and, dust them off, dust that off, and I can put seedlings on it. Yeah, we'll see. I had shared in another vlog that I want to set a few more of these up, kind of going down, so we could possibly set the tables of the vendors like right in front of those, because it would stop like right here. So this one goes here, and then I'll have the next one start here. So, and then maybe they can just set their table like right in front of it, so people can still walk in between, but then they can stop and talk to whoever's sitting here sharing their stuff. So I don't know. I was thinking about opening it up to the community, but at the same time, I just don't think I'm going to have the space. So logistically, I think I'll just keep it to the 5 that said they want to do it, and go with that. So Jeremy just needs to roll what's left of the fabric in. We'll sweep it. We'll do like a quick mopping so that it looks nice. He was talking about putting some kind of a guard here so dirt doesn't come on. And we were talking about putting it behind the cement so that I can still slide trays in there. But we have to rake it out first. And like I said, I still got a lot of stuff I need to go through and purge and, potentially rehome. Jeremy wants to set up a shelf that's like a perpetual yard sale of things that we may be getting rid of, so that, people can pick it up for $1 or $2. Still helps us out, but they get it dirt cheap. So I like that idea. So we'll put something up like that too. But like I said, all of these are going to be, just picture it, filled with seedlings going all the way down. Yesterday I was going through and like dividing the Jewels of Opar and the Sweet Annie into what I'm keeping for me and what I want to sell. And it was just exciting. It was just exciting looking at them and like, hey, this is, the first part of our profits. It's pretty cool. So, I just love the idea of, horizontal beds coming all the way behind this. And then right behind each one of these sections, I bought one giant elephant ear behind each one so that it can kind of just grow up and shield what's happening back there without it being a curtain or whatever. And then, if it's a small group of people or one-on-one or whatever, I'll let people walk back with me occasionally. But, this is going to be out there too, except for the expensive flowers, the high-end ones. So, the bells of Ireland and the lisianthus and the ranunculus and tulips and, those kinds of guys. So, this is going to be, like I said, more either for the florists in town or just for me, if I make the bouquets. So we're getting closer. Get all this junk out of here. And I don't want to move the bunnies out quite yet because, it's March in Colorado, and that typically means rain, snow until the 1st of June some years. So I don't want to push my buttons with the animals, but we'll make beds all the way up to behind this as much as I can. And then once all this stuff is purged and gone through, I can make beds all the way up this way too. So it's going to be good. It's going to look beautiful in here. I am so stinking excited. Oh, especially since that order came in today. They just smell fresh and alive and like, oh my gosh, there's no better feeling in the world than to feel life in your hands. I'm so excited. I texted my sister and I said, hey, she lives in the Springs. I said, hey, can you call in sick the next 2 days? Just joking, of course, but I sent her a picture of all of the stuff that came in, and she just said, well, that looks way more fun than what I'm doing. It was good. So anyway, I'm hoping she can sneak up here and help me get them in, and it become a yearly tradition where we plant gladiolas together, because she helped me do my glads last year, and that was the first year I'd ever grown glads. So they did very well. So I'm gonna chalk it up to us being a magical combination. We were cracking jokes of being witches the whole time. So well, anyway, it's been a good few days. I'm actually having good health days. I haven't had 2 days of like, wow, I can move, and wow, I can function. So after almost a month of being miserable, it feels so good. So I'm hoping it was just the deep dread of winter. Although I do have an appointment to get my knee checked out on Friday. So hopefully that goes well and it's not another surgery. But I've done this 2 other times and it feels exactly the same. So I kind of think it is. But maybe my warranty is just up. Just need to get it taken care of now before we get into the throes of super busy. I would have, if we get these beds done, I would have a month to really recuperate before we have our grand opening. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, look at those cute things. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna miss having them in here. I love coming out here and talking to them. You have to make a conscious effort to walk down to Bunnyville to spend time with them. But we're talking about reconfiguring that whole space down there again. We honestly need to have, I kind of want to set this whole cage up underneath the pine trees on the other side of the driveway behind the tractor for the boys, so that they are nowhere near the girls, so that we have no more oops accidents of litters like back there. I don't know. We'll see. I just gotta pray finances work out, and we just have a stellar first year. That this makes this a venture for our family that is feasible. Can you see that cat? Look at him. Mouse. Oh, mouse. What are you doing, dude? Yeah. Well, anyway. Alrighty. I think I have a vlog that is almost ready to upload. So I'm going to let you guys go so I can do the finishing touches on that and maybe start working on this one. So, grow as you go, guys. We will see you next time.